Yummy yummy in my tummy. Today I'm trying Dave's Hot Chicken, and I'm seeing if it's worthy of that intro. Please excuse the screaming kids in the background because I poorly chose a location of a public park where kids play. Anyways, onto the building of Dave's Hot Chicken. It looks relatively familiar to the eye, as it looks like any other building that's been recently built or remodeled, like the Taco Bell or McDonald's, to give an example. The location of it is pretty hard because it is a little bit further from the village, and this area just always seems to stop my driving. Traffic laws are just like suggestions to drivers nowadays, and it just makes it 10 times harder than it should be to get into the lot. When I went in today, it was slightly busy, but it only took them about 11 minutes to get me my food, which kind of makes up for the really horrible service. Usually fast food workers bat you like a smile if they're not having the best day in hopes that they'll get a tip, but like they were just not having it in there. When I went to go pick up my food, the lady just stared at me and said,
"Ketchup, honey, or mustard?"
And I kind of just stood there frozen in fear because I didn't know what she meant until I finally figured out in my head that she meant what sauce packets I would like. The inside of the restaurant was pretty cool. It was really different from mostly other restaurants that I've seen. Like, they had colorful art on the walls and neon signs and really big windows that helped with the lighting in there. It really helped me see the really grimy, disgusting tables. I could see all the sauce and chicken and bread that's left over from recent people who have sat there. And if I really wanted to, I could just sit down at any table and get my whole meal without ordering anything. And even when I was sitting down, there was a lady that was walking back and forth seeming that she was going to clean the tables with a rag, but really she just looked lost. Next up is the menu, which is pretty whack in my opinion. There was only 4 things to order, and it's just a different combination of the same things, of sliders, tenders, or fries. They do have a really good spice level, or a spice range, because it ranges from no spice at all to Reaper, which is supposed to be almost as hot as the One Chip Challenge, clocking in at 1.8 million Scoville units. It sounds like a lot, which I'm pretty nervous for, I'm not gonna lie, but we'll get to that. Today I got Dave's number 3, and it came with a tender, meaning like singular, which I got Reaper. I also got a slider with medium heat, which I'm going to be eating first, just in case the tender is too spicy. I also got a soft drink, which was $4 for this cup. I must be this logo, because I got this milkshake as well that has no logo, but it was cheaper than this cup that I could fill up with anything. And this all came to the total of $20 whopping and 43 shekels. I'm expecting this food to change my life for the better, because that is a lot of money for me for a seemingly small amount of food. Finally, the food. As we can see, it's in I'm guessing their own original thank you bag. We love that. Let's see the boxes. Ooh. They're all greasy and stuff, like they ain't be cleaning their hands or changing their gloves. We love the hygiene. Here's my my slider and fries. Gotta let the camera eat first. Ooh. Let me know how you guys like that in the comments. Okay. And here's my tender. Oh, that looks garbage. Oh, I didn't mention this before, but I had to sign a whole waiver for that tender saying that they're not liable if I die from how spicy it is, if it like blows up my stomach or something, which makes me nervous even more, to be honest. First, we'll start with the slider. Can I get a close-up? Ooh, this looks pretty okay. Sorry in advance. Presentation wise, everything does seem to have a little spot for itself, like the fries with their little basket and the slider with this side over here for itself, but they do just kind of slap the fry sauce and the pickles on top, which kind of made my bread a little soggy, which kind of like kills it for me. The slider itself is sorry, I think I'm starting to get the hiccups. The slider itself is pretty decent. It is pretty juicy and thick on the inside, but the coating is really dry, and the only thing really helping that is how crispy it is when you bite into it. The fries are really fluffy and soft, so I think I would possibly come back just for these fries, but I don't think I'd ever just have the random craving for this slider because it is just not that memorable to me, even in the moment. Let's try a dill pickle. That's a sliced dill pickle. Anyways, I'm not here to talk about pickles. Moving on. Now for the moment that I definitely haven't been waiting for. The Reaper Tender. As we can see, they laid it on a plain piece of white bread. It's not even like toasted or buttered or anything. It kind of feels old, like a hard old piece of bread that like has been sitting under a heat lamp. We love that. Without further ado, sorry, I'm nervous. Could you come in close? I'm sorry in advance for this shot again. My gosh. Let me clean my little fingies. Oh, you're still recording? Okay, this is right after chewing and swallowing. I'm gonna sip of the drink. Bubblicious as always. The tender itself is still really crispy on the outside and juicy on the inside, but the seasoning is just tastes like paprika, but really spicy. Let me try my milkshake. Okay, okay, anyways, it is pretty spicy, I have to admit, but the flavor isn't that good. I would say I have to give it like a 2.5 out of 10. And earlier, I would give the slider and the fries a 3.5 out of 10. Oh my gosh, that is so hot. Let's see if the bread helps with the seasonings. No, just a plain piece of bread. We love that. Pause. Sorry for that. It wasn't even that spicy. Anyways, back to the video. Like I was saying about the tender, the seasonings were just not it. It was spicy. If you're really going on that, I'll give the spice like a good 8 out of 10. But the seasonings of how it tasted, that's got to be like a 0 out of 10 for me. It was crispy, but the seasoning on there just like, as soon as I bit into it, it was like 1930 in my mouth was like dust, you know? And from my overall experience of the restaurant, I do have to say it is below average because it is really nothing crazy that I haven't had before. The food was just lacking in seasoning that really made it like hit the spot on whether it tasted good or not. And it just had like the same paprika taste with like the sliders, no matter what the spice level I had. Overall, I'd say I give the restaurant a good 2.75 out of 10. I don't know, maybe my opinion is different from what someone else may think, but I would not recommend this place to anybody. And to finish off this review, I really have to say that this whole meal didn't really leave me satisfied also because it didn't even fill me up. I feel like if they even added like one more tender, I would have felt like I didn't pay so much and got so little. I have to say that this meal was not yummy in my tummy. Bye. Yummy. Tastes hot chicken. I would do this review in my house, but this chicken was too hot, and that's the aftermath. So here we are at the park.